Hey guys, welcome to another review. Sadly not an unboxing, just a review. This is one of the figures I got off eBay. Also, sorry if you guys can see the ring light. There we go. That's better. I got a new tripod because the other one fell and broke. Shocker. However, I'm not gonna let that stop me. So today we're gonna be reviewing Amy Rose. I apologize about the dog in the back. So sadly I can't really say a whole lot because there's not a package or anything to really open her up with. I was able to get her for a pretty good deal with her hammer. The seller did like try and paint her hammer and they didn't seal it, so that's what the brown stuff in her hand is. I will see if maybe I can fix it up one day off camera. But besides that, I guess we'll get into her sculpt because like I said, there's no box. Her sculpt's really good, very game accurate, maybe minus how tall she is in her boots. I feel like she sits a little taller than, like, for example, this knockoff Super Silver. They're about the same. Also, thank you to whoever commented about my Super Silver being a fake. I'm kind of upset. I spent so much money on that thing now. That's neither here nor there. But I'm not going to complain too much about that in this video. That might be a rant for a future video, but not this one. So overall, her sculpt's really well. I feel like her dress is really big, but it doesn't let her arms sit comfortably at her side, which I don't really enjoy. But I think even with her little wrist cuffs, or wrist rings, I think they're wrist rings. Either way, I really don't think with even her wrist rings she'd fully be able to sit like with her arms at her side. Now I did figure out you can kind of tuck them under her dress and kind of force them to sit almost at her side. But we'll sit her off back here and I do have a video planning to repaint this. Mainly just to give this like good metal, like her hammer like an actual metal color and not just basic yellow and red. It's not very heavy. It doesn't make her fall down, which I'm so happy about. I mean, it's decent size. It's I don't know if it's solid. It doesn't feel like it's gonna break, but it also doesn't feel like it's like heavy. Does that make sense? Does anyone know what I mean? It's like decent. Anyway, enough about the hammer. We'll review that. Well, I kind of do. Anyway, sorry guys. I'm a little all over the place because when I'm recording this is Thursday, so I just got off of work maybe 20 minutes ago. Anyway, her overall sculpt is very game accurate, which is one thing I love about Jakks. Because they try and keep it as game accurate as possible, which I can appreciate. Articulation wise, her head can go 360, but you really gotta force it. Does her head pop off? Yeah, okay, so her head can come off. Why you would do that, I don't know. Maybe if you're doing like customs or something. Is anyone give her little white part on her dress? I swear. I'll have to look at Amy model or something later and see if there's a white part to her dress, but if not, then oh well. If there is, I'll probably do that off camera, making her a little bit more accurate. But overall, really good head movement. Even just this is still enough, even for someone like Amy. Now, I was scared she was gonna have the same problem Knuckles does, where you just can't articulate her head like side to side, because with Knuckles, we'll bring him down really quick. I mean, yeah, he can move his head, but you've like really got to force it. Like, that's me forcing a good head movement, like a good. And I don't know if yeah, I'll try later to see if maybe I can take Knuckles' head off camera. I've tried a couple times and just can't get it to go. But you guys can see what I mean by, like, I was scared it was gonna have the problem of where, you know, you can't exactly comfortably move her head without it, like, almost like stressing the plastic, because that's what it feels like it'll do to his dreadlocks, and I don't want to do that. But I just want to show you guys what I meant, because he also is the only other figure so far that I'm aware of, unless like Trip or somebody. I think Trip has the hang down bits. I want to call these like bangs, but that's not what those are. That's what this is. I don't know what to call them, but you guys get what I mean. Her arms can go all the way up. They come in about that much. They go out about that much. If you're really wanting to put her arms behind her, they can almost cross. I wouldn't force it. Her leg she can do the splits, because that's just naturally how her legs are, but she can't fully go down. You can kind of force it, but I wouldn't recommend it. She can kick out that much, kick back that much, she can kick back that much, kick forward that much. Her knees have a good 90-degree bend, even with this big boot part. So I was really scared that was going to hinder articulation, and it doesn't. And her boots have a swivel. Her leg does. So, okay. I do need to address this for anybody who does pick up an Amy, either from the aftermarket, or if you can find her, or if she gets like a re-release and you can find her. We'll grab Knuckles again, because he's the closest one I've got. What was this? Her legs don't do this. They don't get the good like waist thigh swivel thing, I want to call it. It's like a weird mix with Sonic characters, because her joint up under here under her dress, sorry if this seems really wrong to anyone, but the way her joint is inserted is it allows her to kick out and only go forwards and back. It can't rotate, because if you try and rotate it, it will snap that peg. So just a little heads up, unless I got another fake, but this didn't seem like a fake. It seemed really well put together and everything. Unlike him. That's besides the point. And she holds her hammer really well too. I mean, it's big on her, but it's always been kind of big on her. And my problem I always have with her hammer is I always think it's bigger, and then they give her something like this, and I forget it's supposed to be one-handed. But, you know, when I was really little, I watched Sonic X, and if you guys watched that, there were a lot of scenes where she would, like, two-hand her hammer, and they'd give it, like, a longer, like, handle, almost. So I'm kind of used to her being able to, like, dual-hand it, and, like, even in, like, Sonic.exe, The Disaster Reborn, because the original game got taken down, but also in just The Disaster, she would also hold it two-handed. So in my brain, I've always seen Amy with like more of like a two-handed hammer instead of just a one-hand. But, you know, I get it. Now, with her being here, I don't have the rest of Team Rose, so I can't, like, display her with the rest of them or anything, but I am hoping to get Big and Cream soon. And then I gotta get Team Chaotix, and Charmy is gonna be the pain, but that's not what this video's over. Height bent her arm backwards, whoopsies. Height comparison-wise, here's her next to, let me see if I can angle you guys just a little bit more. Oh. That might be about as good as you guys can get, sadly, and I do apologize, because this doesn't tilt or anything, so I can't. That's how she compares with Knuckles. We'll compare her to another shorter character like Tails. This is how she fares with Tails. I'm assuming she'll fare pretty well with Cream. And then we'll throw a Chow in there. Here's how she fares with the G.I. Joe classified series. But yeah, she scales really, really well, in my opinion, with everyone else, which I'm so grateful for. But with all of that being said, that's all for this video. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed it. I try and post every Sunday. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all of the support on every video I get, because I'm just happy to know that people sit down and actually watch my content. So thank you guys. I will see you guys again next Sunday. That's all for this video, and bye.